All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are officially live. It has been too long since I've streamed. Yours truly has returned for a bit. Honestly, been a hot minute. Had my ups and downs, mainly more so just mini downs. Just very quick mic test here. Just make sure everything is working properly. Mic test, test, test. All right, we're solid. Mic is working. As always, very quick disclaimer, and 90% of traders lose money. Day trading, trade at your own risk, do not follow any of my trades. And just so you are aware, this stream is for entertainment purposes only, not for financial advice. That being said, let's look into the day here. So, right now I have a 3-minute chart pulled up. I'm going to go ahead and take a jab at the 15. We've been in a very bearish market here lately. It's just been down, 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 down. So the question is, are we going to continue going lower? Even if we look at the daily chart, I mean, we're in a major downtrend, but we are coming towards a little bit, I guess, of support area right here around this basically 20,000 area where we bounced off. So we're testing it again here. Do we hold support here and come back up to form basically just keeping this chop up at basically 21,000 and then we head lower? It would be kind of a wild move if we came back to 18,000, but if this level, I'm just looking here, thinking out loud, again, not financial advice here. If we don't hold this level at 20,000, basically the next level would be 18,800, and then further down it will be 18,000. This is a rebound off major, but that would be a very bearish market. But looking for potentially a retrace here first. Come test 21,000 again before it heads lower. So form that lower high, turn this level here basically into resistance. So if this turns into resistance, this is the daily chart, market potentially could drop down 20,000 to 18,800. But at the daily chart, I'm not a swing trader. I'm just here to make my quick buck and head on out. And honestly, I've already made my $200 for the day, so I'm not really going to be too anxious here to try and get a trade. I'm going to see if we get something good set up and take it from there. Well, with that being said, we have 5 minutes before the market opens. So let's see what the market wants to do. ES is following Nasdaq, somewhat the same as well. Both are at the bottom. I think they might want to come down to this level at 20,340 just because we have these wicks here, these candles that really tested this area. So it is Wednesday. Sometimes Wednesday could be like a very choppy market, but with the way that volatility has been, it's really been pretty good even into the late afternoon session. So if the market wants to sell down here open, bounce up this level, potentially could see a reversal back to these highs maybe for today. So that's one key area that I'm going to be looking at. If it turns this into resistance, then we have a level down here basically. So just drawing some levels here, kind of getting something drawn out. Keep an eye out. Really, this doesn't have the pivot points, which is kind of annoying because these will basically be pivot points. So there's the market sell down, bounce off. We have VWAP above, up at 517, 513. So we're a little bit of a ways from VWAP. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming for long. Just a heads up too. Like I said, I've already made pre-market money, so Sorry about that. We are now 2 minutes away from opening. What does the market want to do? Do we continue this bearish trend that we've had? So overnight, let's see what happened. 1700. So we opened up here. This area. Went up. Overnight chopped. Or does that mean that we're going to chop today? Oh. We've got 15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I need to check. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired, to be honest with you. Let's check to see if we have any big news coming out today. I haven't checked, and the last thing I want to do is take a trade and get caught up in numbers. So we had news at 7:15. At 7:15, that was non-farm employment. We have crude oil. We have the S&P Global Composite. It's okay. So we have news at 8:45, which will be pretty big, and then top of the hour 9. So, all right, we do have news today. All right. So what's the market doing here? We're selling down at the start. Does it want to make a recovery? ES is moving to the upside. So I would assume that Nasdaq is going to follow here. Get a pump up. Yep. What's going to happen here? ES looks like it's wanting to break out of the channel. ES is at 95. Gonna go up to 5,800. I think that's gonna take Nasdaq with it as well. But if ES doesn't break that, it could go down. Buying pressure is starting to kind of let off the steam, losing steam, so down. ES is still holding up pretty solid. Is Nasdaq gonna take down ES? We have this level to look out for here, and we have minute news numbers coming out in a few minutes. Trying to think too far ahead. Lost my wording. I wouldn't be surprised if we came down to this level first. Is Wednesday gonna be chopping today? We are holding this level here pretty good, so let's see if ES wants to take. ES looks like it's about to go. I'm being honest. I wonder how the market's going to react to numbers. Are we going to get a violent move or what? Like if it wants to come back down test, but I think I might have missed entry. I have to respond to some messages. Oh. ES system hanging at the top of the channel. Not giving it up, so we kind of have a divergence between the two. When I say divergence, it's just a difference. ES is going up, Nasdaq is going down. ES is trying to break out. Nasdaq just hanging out here at the bottom. Are we gonna get that follow through? Of Nasdaq breaking out. Just keep in mind, guys, if you are trading, numbers are coming out in 10 minutes, so tread lightly. All right, so ES is going to be breaking 5,800 here very shortly, and I think if it breaks that, it should take, Nasdaq should start following as well. Not much movement. There we go. Nasdaq breaking down. Let's see if it wants to come down to this line that I drew at 320. Hindsight, the short was the move, but that's hindsight. I wasn't really feeling bearish. Now that we come to this level, let's see how the market reacts to 320 again. We have numbers coming out in 9 minutes, so I think the move is just to not do anything. Is the market gonna bounce here and leave a big wick? Is that what's gonna happen? Because ES still hasn't broken down, hasn't made any lows. Nasdaq has. Flip a buy order here, see if we get this bounce. Just gonna go with one contract, keep it light. Might just scalp my way out of here, to be honest. See if I can get some scalps. and I might get taken out here. So taken out. Stand by down so you guys don't hear that. First loss of the day. Market is just dumping now. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is super windy right now. So windy. Alright, back-to-back losses, so let's chill out. Yeah. Just took a buy off there. Two dumb moves. I really should have just had my stop loss down here further because I was looking for this level to bounce. And I just entered too early. It's stupid. Probably just moved my stop loss a little bit lower. It would have been fine because we bounced off this perfectly. But with that being said, guys, I've made $500. I'm going to go ahead and just close out. I'm done training for the day. I don't want to make any more stupid moves. I mean, that was... Look at that bounce. That is freaking perfect. So... I'm not going to say that that was perfect. That was really stupid of me, to be honest, to enter that early. I really should have believed more in my setup. But this is what trading looks like. You know, I should have had faith in my setup and just entered here. We came down here, played off that. What a perfect bounce. I mean, you couldn't have called that any better. So now that we're going up, I think we do approach these highs up here now. We might be aiming for 20,600. Man, that would have perfect trade that would have been if I would have just held. Because I entered here at 20. That's up 100 points. Right now, it'd be up probably $5,000. But I'm up 500. You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'd rather be up 500, and it's okay not to be up 5,000. Now, I do want to make 5,000 the meta, but I was down 300. I could be down. I could have blown this account, to be honest with you. But just kind of give you guys some of my stats, so you guys can see here that I'm not BSing anything. So here we go. These are my stats. Total P now it's not 11,000. don't look at that. My account right now is actually at 6,265 because the fees have been deducted from it. So if we look here, Thursday night, I actually, well, it was the open for the Friday session. I made 7,000. That's my biggest day. My least profitable day was $211. Average trade time was 6 minutes 31 seconds, and then my average losing trade. So everything here, these are my stats. My best trade was not 3,600. It was actually $7,000. And this is where we're kind of looking at on the wig. If you're looking at my stats, kind of just being transparent. Obviously this is all kind of just simulated money anyways because it's XFA, but let's get off of that. Right now, I'm up 500. My balance is over 6,000. So we're locking in day one again of this new payout period. So just have to trade another 5 days now. The $200 plus, and I should be able to get another payout. But it's not bad, you know. We do have news coming out here in about 9 seconds, so I'm just sticking around right now just to see how the market reacts to news. It's gonna get pretty erratic here. It's 3-star news, so it's should be some pretty big news, big movers. But volatility has been great. Like the first 2 months, January and February, like towards like the maybe first month and a half was really slow after Trump got in office, but like now we're getting big movements. Even yesterday afternoon, the market was still moving 100, 200 points, which is great for Nasdaq. That's what you want to see. When you're trading Nasdaq, you want to see not like, what am I trying to say here? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Someone just sent me a message. But you don't want to see like 50-point movers in like, if Nasdaq is taking 20-30 minutes to move up 50 points, is not great. You're not in a good spot. But we're moving 100, 200. That's why I love Nasdaq. Nasdaq, if it's moving with this kind of volatility, is what traders live and die for. Well, that news was a little bit, that was pretty unfortunate. Pretty sad. Oh, okay. We are dumping. Imagine had I just held this. This is what it's like to be a trader. 327. Yeah, if I would have held that all the way up here, that would have been 100 points. 40. Would have been up, yeah, would have been about 5K. Here we go, we're selling. Are the bears going to be able to take this level, break 320? If they break 320 and they get violent, they could come down here to 20,102. It's really where we bounced off. This is yesterday's lows. Yeah, 20,075. But with the market, this area, if it does, it could be the better bounce, because this may be, and just thinking out loud, was probably a liquidity grab. We broke it, and then we're coming back to test this. So I think we probably chop today. If anything, this would be, today would literally set up perfectly to chop between the 600 range and 320, 300 basically. So like hover in between here after this whole move that's been really happening. So do be careful. The thing about trading the chop is that you never know that you're getting chopped until you get chopped. And when you get chopped, you're like, oh, I've been chopped. And we're back to chopping. Like I said a bit ago, I would not be surprised if we just chopped in between this range, maybe fake a breakout down here, squeezing some bears, some bulls too, and then it just something like this. And then we bounce back up here, maybe fake a breakout above here. Now it's not gonna go straight up, but I'm just kind of taking a gander. And then we come down here and we do that. And we come back down here. And then we come back up here. And then we come back down here. But that would be a pitch perfect setting. Come back to this channel. We are still under VWAP. ES is kind of following the same thing. Hasn't really, to be honest, I don't think ES is hasn't made a new low yet. At least for the daily portion. It's hanging out at the bottom. We do have news coming out here in about 6 minutes, so I think the market's probably stalling out. Just waiting to see what direction this is gonna help us. The 45 news was not really it was not a mover at all. It was kind of weak, to be honest. Nothing happened. I mean, we did, after it came out, we went down like, give or take, about 100 points. Not bad. I think as long as Nasdaq can just keep making like 100-point chop moves, that would be great. If it's anything like 50 points, it's makes for a very hard day to trade. Those things that you just walk away from. But I've already made my money. You wonder why I'm not trading. And I'm kind of good, to be honest. Like I don't care about placing another trade. I've already locked myself out, so I don't make any more stupid decisions. Try to be more disciplined, even though my first two trades were not really disciplined. I had you can go back to, I had this little line drawn, and I took a buy here, like way too early trades. Two trades that were very early. I got stopped out. Should have just had my stop loss up. Oh, well, now it's breaking down, but here we go. We're selling. Next level that I think she could get hit is down here. Like I said, this could very well just be a fake out. ES finally made new lows in the day. We do have news coming out in 4 minutes. Nasdaq gonna give it up. Now, if I called it where it was gonna break down here fake and it goes up, so from here on out, go up, I would shut down the stream, and that would be the end of the stream today. We have news coming out here in about 2 minutes. That's really what I'm just waiting on now, is see what happens with the news. Mainly more so just for my entertainment. Oh guys, is this a fake out? Did I say that it was gonna fake out? Everybody, grab some liquidity. The bulls and the bears getting squeezed. Or does this turn into resistance? You know, that's the beauty about trading, is that you can just always be 50-50 and you're more than likely going to be right one way or another. Oh boy. Is this happening? Did I predict it? No, I'm just kidding. There's really no way of predicting. You could have really said either way. Thing is that you can't really predict the market. You can say one thing, sometimes it does it. Sometimes it doesn't do it. Top calculator. ES is also following the same suit as well as Nasdaq. It's starting to bump back up a little bit. Tell you what, this is a nasty chop though. It's only been 30 minutes. We're about to have the news here in about 30 seconds. Ten seconds. News is about to come out. 5, 4, 3, R, E, Oh my goodness. It's going up. I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. If you scroll back a little bit further, don't say I didn't call it out. Nah, I'm just kidding. I really hate those people that do that. That's it, told you so. But the thesis was right. We'll say that much. So I was looking here. I said a little bit ago that could be chopping. Well, obviously news came out, but I didn't expect it to move up this violently. I was expecting maybe like a kind of grind up, but faked out everybody. We bounced here. I was looking at this level. The reason why I said that it would potentially just fake out everybody, grab some liquidity here, and then we bounce up. Faked out everybody. So you have the highs up here at 520 now, and then maybe highs up here close to 600, and then could come back down. But with that being said, 30 minutes, I really have no more reason to stream here anyways. Chat's kind of dead today, so with that in mind, if you did tune in, don't forget to like, subscribe. I know I haven't been streaming as much, but I'm trying to stream a little more often. I went through a little bit of a hellhole, you could say. Went through a hell, so I was like kind of holding off. Mindset wasn't right, but be careful trading, guys, and